Hey, this is Dave Gardner with the Now Lifestyle, and I want to talk to you today about some free traffic methods that I've been using since 2009 to generate leads. And the big question, though, is it really free? And so there's a couple different ways that you can generate traffic. If you're just starting out, maybe you're on a limited budget and you want to try to figure out some free methods. So just kind of follow along with me here, and I'm going to present some ideas. I'm going to give you some examples and I'll show you how you actually go through about and do that. But again, the question is it really free? And so I just want to kind of break a couple things down. And so if we take a look at this slideshow, the question is, if I'm going to go through and, did it cost you money to get the traffic? Then that question, if you paid money, then yes, that's paid traffic. But if you didn't pay any money, then you would consider that a free traffic method. If you use your credit card or PayPal account, of course, same kind of idea as the previous question. But yeah, if you use one of those, that's paid. And if you didn't have to take that out, you didn't have to submit any information, details like that, then it's free traffic. Now, big, huge question really that we need to think about is, does it take a lot of time to generate your leads? Whether it's your first lead or your 10th lead or your 100th lead. If that takes a lot of time, most likely you are using free traffic methods. But if you didn't, if you got a lot of leads quickly, most likely you are using paid traffic. And so I just want to go through, and this is going to mostly focus on, again, the idea of free traffic. Some of the other videos that are in the member area or, in some of the other trainings you've seen relate to using paid traffic, like solo ads or Facebook advertising, things like that. So we want to focus just here on the actual free traffic. So again, I'm going to kind of go through this, and I'm going to go through and give you guys examples. So where do we get free traffic? Places like other blogs, other people's blogs, other companies' blogs. You can go on to social media, things like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, things like that. You can go to YouTube and create videos and get some traffic that way. You can go into forums and post messages and respond to people's comments and get some traffic that way. You can join marketing membership sites. Free trial levels, of course. I'm not talking about the Now Lifestyle membership or marketing membership. We're talking about things that are specific to just people that are involved in MLM or network marketing. And then, of course, we can always go word of mouth. Now, this is not an all-inclusive list. This is just some of the things that I've been using. There may be some other things that you might be familiar with, or maybe somebody that you know that I don't know might train you on, or you might find out as you continue to look. So, again, we're going to go through this. It's about 12 slides, and I'm going to go through and actually give you examples as well. So kind of go through and cycle it twice just so you can see it a couple times. So the first one, on other people's blogs, what you want to do, you want to find blogs by going into your browser and just typing whatever it is you're looking for into your Google search, for example. So type in something, whatever your keyword is, and then add the word blog next to it. So for example, with the Now Lifestyle, maybe you could have fitness blog or health blog or fiber blog, or you could do the HIIT, the HIIT workouts, the high intensity interval training. You could do HIIT blog, and you'll start to see things come up that you might be able to leave comments on and to get information from. And what you really want to look for are the ones that have places that you can add your own possible website link and generate a link back to your affiliate link, because people go and they look at those and they see what people are looking in, or people are leaving as far as information, or people leaving as comments, and sometimes they like to click on the link to find out a little bit more about that person. So you might get a click back to your site, which would be, of course, traffic, and then you didn't pay anything for it. The key thing is to actually read the post. Okay, make sure you leave some valuable content and feedback that relates to that post. Don't be like a spammy poster and just put your link on there, but actually put some content on there, respond to it, and actually make some value in there so that that person might be able to engage with you down the road as well. And then, of course, leave your link. Then another key trick is see where the other people are coming from, because maybe they actually are doing something similar, and maybe they have a blog that you can actually connect to, and you can actually get some more links back to your site. So the first thing here is other people's blogs in order to get some free traffic. Next one, of course, should be the obvious one. We have a huge Facebook group with the now lifestyle. So social media is huge right now. And so you want to have a personal Facebook page. If you don't have one, start one. Make sure there's pictures on it. Make sure you're posting stuff, not only just posting stuff for business and now lifestyle, but also posting things that are in your everyday life, because people want to get to know you, not just the business. They want to work with someone that is, outgoing and is personable and, cares for others and things like that. So make sure you're showing that on your Facebook page. Keep all the negative crap to yourself. Post things that are positive, okay? We don't need to see everyone's dirty laundry. It's okay to say negative stuff every now and again, assuming that's, a major issue, but people want to see the positive. They want to eliminate the negative from their life. One of the main reasons why I don't listen to the news, don't watch the newspaper, or don't look at the newspaper anymore, things like that. I want to stay with things that are positive. You also should get a Facebook fan page. There's an actual process and video inside the member area where it will help you set up. There's a printable document, or you can just go on and do searches of how to create a fan page. Do stuff on your fan page, then share it on your personal page and share it in other groups as well. The Facebook group, again, most likely you've joined the Facebook group. This is a great place to interact with people, engage, get ideas that you can then share on your own personal page. Okay, you're not going to put your own personal link in the Facebook group. You can do that on your personal page and the fan page. But in the group, you're going to start to engage with people. You're going to learn things. You're going to be able to help people out and be able to maybe get some of your questions answered. That, again, like I said, you can then share on your own. When you're learning, always share stuff that you learn and then add your link into it so that people can find out more as well for themselves. Instagram is something that I just started using. Again, it's the same idea. Spreading stuff around, show that you're personable, give some value, provide a link or a way that they can actually find out more. And again, make it so that it's stimulating. If you're on Twitter or some of the other places, there's another place called Sokule, which I think that link might show up, or not link, but the bullet might show up here in a second. Snapchat, again, if you want to interact. Snapchat disappears, which is unfortunate, but some of the other ones are permanent. But again, like as in a thread like Facebook, they will disappear. But when people start to look at you and see you as a leader, you're going to have a larger supply of content and material that's been written there that might show up over time. And so Cool is basically very similar to something like Twitter. It's like micro blogging, where you can keep adding, some mini content or maybe links back to your personal fan page or to the group. And so you get this constant cycle or this web that's woven that ties all of these things together, where people can find you in multiple different locations, because not everyone is just on Facebook. But if you want to just focus on one, if you're just starting out, just pick one and stick with it and focus it and try to master it. And then, of course, there are others out there. But again, these are the big ones that are out there that most people are talking about these days. All right, YouTube is huge. You need to create videos yourself to brand you as a leader. People want to see you, like I said earlier, they want to get to know you and see what type of person you really are. So brand yourself first, and then the other things will follow. So, of course, you're then going to upload it to YouTube. And when you're doing this, we want to make sure that you're adding descriptions that provide value and have a link back to your page or social media so that people can be able to reach out and connect with you and to contact with you. So just don't put a video up there with a weak name or the name that says like image-40 40xg dot mpeg or whatever it is from your phone or camcorder or however you got it up there. Make sure you turn it into a searchable title that people might actually want to find, and then add that stuff down in the actual description as well, because people are searching for things that you know and things that you're aware of. And then also add the tags that relate to what you're actually talking about. You don't want to get in trouble for basically adding stuff or labeling stuff the way it's not supposed to be, because you might be against the terms and agreements for YouTube and you might get your account banned. So make sure you are tagging and relating what the video is actually speaking about or what you've actually shared, so that thing would be legit. And again, those are things that people are looking for, and when they actually are searching on the internet, your video might pop up. Okay, so make sure you tag them appropriately. And again, share it on to Facebook. So again, these things keep coming full circle. Share them in your social media. Share them. If you have a blog, share it on your blog. Share it in your Twitter account. Share it on Instagram. And then ping them. I'll show you something called pinging later on. that basically blast your link out to all the search engines and the bots that are out there that actually count and calculate new materials and new content that's created. So that allows them to register that something new has been created. So again, make sure you're constantly sharing and letting people know that this is out there. Forums is another one that still is a benefit to people, where they can actually submit their information, they can create an account, and it's very similar to the blog. All you got to do is do a keyword forum into your Google search or your browser search. So for example, you could say fiber forum, you could say fitness forum, health forum, workout forum, strength forum, and you'll be able to possibly create an account. And when you join the group and create an account, you can often create a profile that lets you have a little bit of information that you can actually include. And a lot of times that includes the link. So anytime you post and you add things, you're going to be able to have the signature line, so that, let's say you wrote a comment into someone else's statement, or maybe someone created a thread and they had a paragraph or two, and you went there and you responded to it. You put your comment, and then what happens is, on your name, and maybe even below your name for each comment, is an actual link to your website, or to whatever it is you want to do. So again, maybe you're branding yourself and you're pointing it to your own blog first, and then on the back end, after you've captured leads, you're sending them to a program like the Now Lifestyle. Or if you want to just send them direct to Now Lifestyle, that is a possibility as well. And so again, just like with the blog and just like with the YouTube and on Facebook, make sure you're providing valuable responses to posts. Make sure you're providing content. Make sure you're providing something that's informative to people, instead of just sounding like you're spamming them and just trying to put your links out there. But make sure you actually sound like you're a human and you're actually engaging, instead of just looking like and sounding like a machine that just randomly populated something that makes no sense at all, and then getting yourself banned. So provide value. It's crucial. And then also create some of your own. Be the leader. Create your own articles, create your own comments, or create your own threads based on maybe some questions that you have, and then start to generate that communication between you and other you and other people in that forum. And then when you see that people are looking for certain things, you can always send them a private message in the group, depending on what the terms are in that group. But oftentimes you can do that. So again, forums are still something that you can look at too. And again, typically they are free to join. And one of the other things I mentioned, membership sites or marketing membership sites. And if you just type in, marketing membership or MLM membership or, MLM groups, just as a regular, search in something like Google in a regular browser, you might find that there are some options where you can start and be able to communicate with some people that are in there, or maybe be able to set up a profile and maybe write a little article here and there. And you might have limited contact with the people. If you upgrade into the higher package, then you might have access to more people and be able to put more things on in your actual profile. And so the key thing is to set up that profile so that it has your link and it has your communication contact information, whether it's your phone number, whether it's your email, your Facebook address, if you have Skype, all these things that are out there. Make sure you put whatever you can so that people have a way to get you easy and to contact you. And so at the same time, you can also search for some other people to see if they're in your field, and possibly to see if they're interested in engaging and finding out more about that, that industry or that field. So feel free to check out what they've posted, and again, provide them value, answer them, take interest in them. Don't just try to be interesting for yourself. I think the saying is, be interested, not just interesting, because when people see that you care, that's when they're going to start to respond a little bit better, instead of you just making it sound like you're trying to make them come to you all the time, and to make it so that it looks like you are the one trying to just, talk all the time. Talk about what they're doing, see what they're doing, respond to what they've, provided on their sites or in their content. So again, be interested. And as always, help other people and provide the solution. So long story short, you want to provide a solution where you see that they're having problems in that group. Okay. And again, that's very similar with everything we've done. This is where you always want to do this. See what their questions are, see what their problems are, provide value, maybe provide some thing that you've learned or read about, or that you've pretty much been confident in certain things that we have in the course and in the program with Now Lifestyle. And then what you can then do is then provide that as, an alternative, maybe in a private message, just say, hey, this is something that I've been seeing results in. If you're interested, I'd be glad to share with you, a link where you can find and try out a free membership level. And then if they respond, then again, you're on the right track. Okay, so marketing membership sites at the free level, again, you could upgrade later on, and you could upgrade for many of these other things as well. But again, we're trying to stick with just free methods here. And one of the last ones, of course, word of mouth. Okay, this is, standing the test of time here. Nothing beats sharing what you're going to go, what you're going through, what you're learning, what you're progressing on. When you see others and when others see your results, they might come up to you and just, they might notice physically, if they haven't seen you for a month or two, you've made some changes, especially if you're doing the nutritional supplements and changing your diet a little bit and actually going through the actual fitness plans and the 7-minute workout, in the 10-day cycles. And so these would be considered very, very warm market leads because they already know, what you've been through, and maybe they've even seen, if maybe they haven't seen you in person, but they've seen your posts in social media, and so they're actually able to get a firsthand look at those transformations. So it'd be a very warm market because you're already talking to them. Then the key thing is to follow up. Keep following up. Maybe send them another text message. Maybe send them a phone message, or leave a voicemail, or send them an email. Maybe again, touch base with them on Facebook or Instant Messenger or something like that. But keep the contact consistent so that you can continue to warm them up, and maybe they'll take a look. Again, they'll come check the site out. Again, free clicks, right? And so what you could also do if you order up the physical samples, or even if you just wanted to go take them to the gym, or let's say you had some of the resistance bands, you could bring them some of those materials to show them what you're doing live and in person, instead of them just seeing it on a computer. Okay, having them right there in your house, or meeting them out for a walk or whatever, or bringing them some of the fiber capsules and having them eat that 15 minutes before they went to dinner or to lunch, and then seeing how their appetite is suppressed. So again, there's ways that you can do this. You don't have to buy a huge kit for it. You could just give them some of yours if you did by yourself, because you're going to be a product to the product by using the materials, but then share some so that people can experience it as well. And so as a paid member, again, if you have a paid membership with the Now Lifestyle, and you've actually had the fitness program purchased, so depending on how you came in, if you actually have access to the fitness program or the Now Body Fitness, you actually have the ability to give out 5 accounts so that 5 other people can actually get access to this. And that will start to help the viral spreading of it. They'll start doing the workouts, and then maybe they'll decide, maybe I want to try the supplements. Maybe I want to be able to get some of the benefit of people, finding out about this, instead of me pointing them to someone else who, brought me with this free membership and this free fitness account. Maybe I want to make the commissions as well. And then next thing you know, they're interested in becoming a referral of yours, and maybe a downline member as well. Okay, so again, that word of mouth is still powerful as a free tool. And as we go through this, the thing you have to remember is that consistency is the king. Okay, don't just post something once and think that you're going to get a ton of leads. Okay, you can't just do one blog post or one Facebook post and think that the leads are just going to follow in. Chances are no one's going to see it. Okay, that's the reality of it, is that no one's going to see it. And especially if you don't have a lot of Facebook friends, you need to start making some friends and start engaging with them so they have a better chance of seeing your posts. And so keep doing it over and over and over again. Keep providing content, keep providing value, share your links, and keep taking action. That's the key. And don't think you have to be perfect at any time. You just have to keep doing it. You will get better with experience, and you can come back. If I were to look back at videos that I made, 6-7 years ago, maybe they were okay, but they were nothing like some of the ones that I do now. I've gotten a lot more confident. There's more clarity in what I speak about. My knowledge base is increased, and the same thing's going to happen with you. Don't think you have to know it all at once, but know that it will come over time, and you'll keep getting better with this time, and you're going to keep increasing that experience. And so what you could do if you go through this whole thing, and in the second part, we're going to see a lot of the different live examples of these implemented. Find one. Maybe you don't want to do all of them. Maybe it's too overwhelming, and that's okay. find one. Maybe you have a Facebook account. Just stick with Facebook and do all these things on Facebook. You don't have to do them on every single example I gave here. You don't have to have a blog, and you don't have to, have a Twitter account and a so cool account and a Instagram and, so on and so forth. Have one of them and maybe master it. Okay. Keep it simple. And so you can just take one of these and focus on just being great in that one, if that's what's going to be easiest for you. But again, the key is consistency. And so a couple recommendations I have before we wrap up, or as we wrap up this first part, is make sure you have your lead capture system set up. If you haven't upgraded to the autoresponder as well, make sure you have that. If you're especially doing other outside or third-party websites where you can actually put that code or the HTML information to create a capture page. If you are going to just be using the lead capture system, which is provided in your membership as a paid member, make sure you have some follow-up. So as soon as people opt in, they're going to get some follow-ups from you, and start to create that, consistency, and start to create that relationship. So in those first emails, make sure you're putting your phone number and make sure you're putting your email address in there. Of course, they'll see it, or if there's a better email address that they can contact you on. And make sure, that you're putting your links to your Facebook and your Instagram or whatever else you have that they can actually find you on in social media or in the online world. Make sure you give them that access, okay? And so one of the other things that I would recommend, and I've done this before, if you've seen my my fan page or my actual personal pages, or even if you're on my email list, you know that I have a bunch of vanity domains. I kind of addicted to domain names. Doesn't mean you have to be. I would recommend trying to buy your own domain name, like as in your own name. Now, personally, Dave Gardner or DaveGardnerMarketingGod was very popular because, again, it's a very generic name. But I have the David Gardner. Okay, again, the DaveGardner.com. So you could find something like that. And one of the things that, again, to go for, it's a lot easier for you to say that than to try to explain. If you were in public saying, oh, yeah, you can check out my site, go to nowlifestyle.com/pre-launch/real-results/?ID equals your username. Okay, that doesn't really work well. But if you said something like this, and this is one of my other ones, if you said go to 7minutehealth.com, and that's 7 with a number, 7minutehealth.com, you would actually go to this capture page. And so I've tied that in with that, and that's a lot easier to share with someone. Or if you were to actually write it out on, a piece of paper, it's a lot easier to write out and it's a lot quicker. And then you have less chance of, messing up where the dash is or where the question mark is. And so it just makes it a lot easier. And you can go to some place like GoDaddy or even GVO, and they have domain names for probably under $15 for the year. Taking massive imperfect action. You'll hear Joel talk about this all the time. You want to just keep going forward. You don't have to be perfect. Another process that I've learned and I've stuck with over the years is this TARL philosophy, T-A-R-L. That's take action, revise later. And it's by Bob the Teacher Jenkins. I looked into him, and I heard about him many, many, many years ago, and I've kind of always had that philosophy stuck in my head. That's a philosophy he came up with, and he even has a book about it that I would recommend reading. And it's called Take Action, Revise Later. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good enough and get it out there. You can always go back and tweak. You can always go back and edit your Facebook posts. But you can always go back and delete them too if there's a problem. And so just put stuff out there. Start taking action. Get some stuff out. If you don't like your video down the road, delete it. Maybe get a better one, delete it, and then make a new one. Okay, you can always revise later when we get into this stuff. And one of the huge and biggest things I can suggest to you right now, absolutely refuse to quit. Okay, if you refuse to quit, the only thing you're going to see is continued growth. Yeah, there's going to be days where it just is horrible and it doesn't feel like you're having any success. But over the long run, you'll see how far you've come, especially even in the first month or, the first, 4 or 5 months. A year later, you're just going to be amazed at how far you've come if you follow everything we've been talking about here. Again, being consistent and following stuff, engaging with people, providing value. Be the leader. And when you when you continue to be the leader, people start looking to you and they respond to you a lot better and they start searching you out. I've had people that have sought me out because they saw my posts on Facebook or they saw my posts on YouTube and they want to work with me. Okay, so that's totally something you can do, but you have to put yourself out there. You got to step out of your comfort zone and start creating that material so that other people can actually see it. Okay, so again, these are just the basic things that you want to do to help you out for free. So in the next part of this, again, we're going to go through and we're actually going to see some examples. So keep watching and we'll see you in the next part. Again, this has been Dave Gardner and the Now Lifestyle.